Ayan, so hello everyone. I think it's 6 o'clock, so good evening to all of you, no? Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us by attending this webinar entitled Safeguarding Your Legacy with First Metro Securities and AXA Philippines, where you learn about insurance strategies for lasting protection. Okay? Medyo awkward sa part ko because we usually have public webinars every Wednesday, no? Rarely lang on Friday. So Friday TGIF, we are wrapping this week with session ahead of your weekend. Okay? Now, this session will show you the fundamentals of insurance. So I'm very excited actually for this webinar and also discover how it can be a powerful way to secure your legacy for future generations. No? All right, so let's start. Now, to quickly lang introduce myself, no, I think for those na medyo bago sa ating webinars or hindi pa masyado nakilala sa ating team, I am Isnair Drampaton, but you can call me Tara for short. I'm the Mindanao Business Development and Market Education Associate from First Metro Securities, the stock brokerage house of the Metro Bank Group. Ayan, we have some live audience as well. Hi, good evening, Miss Madeline as well. All right. Now, bakit kaya curious tayo, no? Why do we have a webinar on insurance and also collaborative session with AXA? So let me just show you our connection, okay? Now, we are both part under the Metrobank Group. So as you can see here, under the investment banking. Okay? Now, to those who are new sa ating sessions, First Metro Securities po is really dedicated to financial literacy or yung mga FinLit sessions natin. And also creating awareness of investment opportunities that empower individuals, whether you're a family person, single, new to adulting, or even just exploring things, no, when it comes to financials. All right. We also have institutions to attain their financial goals. So as a company, we envision also to be the largest and also most trusted Philippine investment solutions partner. So for tonight, no, it's my honor and also a pleasure to serve you today as your host. All right. Now, for our market education efforts, I think we're slowly getting back to on-site sessions as well from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. For the Mindanao naman, I think we recently visited Zamboanga City last week. And also for the next week, we will go through from Davao, Digos to General Santos City to have those on-site sessions as well. All right. So here are some of our recent sessions with private companies as well. So usually we start out with FinLit sessions with them, just like debt management or even stock market 101. Okay. Now, for the government naman na part or the public sector, we usually have Bonds 101 with the Bureau of Treasury every February or even before kapag merong mga retail treasury bond offerings. We also have MP2 from the Pag-ibig. So not only our products and services, but also the funds or investment options that you could get from the government para medyo malawak din yung options natin if we want to really grow our money. All right? Now, some of our public sessions, I think some of these nakita na natin sa YouTube, no? So, for those na hindi po makahabol sa ating live sessions in the Zoom, usually we upload naman yung recorded sessions sa ating YouTube channel. Just search lang po at First Metro Sec as our handle. All right? Now, ayan, for the main part of our session, no, here's another addition to our collaborative session that we hold every now and then, no, to really highlight different investment options for the Filipinos and even for our OFWs abroad, no? So the crucial topic of insurance family often spark different conversation right now or you need to consider or even prepare for, no? So we figured out it would be best to tag expert along from AXA Philippines so to discuss more about the topic. So we are so honored to have him as our speaker for tonight, no? He's the head of trainer to sell and AXA Blue programs and as well as the sales management team development. He's also AXA certified health and investment specialist. So please, everyone, help me welcome Sir Bernard Fernandez. Hi, Sir Bernard.
So good evening, everybody. Good evening, Tara. Thank you very much for inviting me over in this session. And I hope our attendees would be able to learn more of our safeguarding their legacy and being able to apply insurance strategies for lasting protection. Ayan po. So, can everyone hear me? Am I audible? Yeah?
Yes, sir. Clear naman po.
Very well. So, allow me to share my slides. One moment. So, without further ado, I'd like to start off with our presentation. One moment. There we go. Ayan. Can everybody see my slides now? Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. So, good evening, everybody. Thank you very much, First Metro Securities, for inviting me over to share my knowledge and my background in insurance to our attendees tonight. Ano po? But before anything else, I'd like to ask our attendees, our participants, why are you here? Pakitype nga po sa chat box. Ano po ba ang reason kung bakit kayo nag-join dito? Ano po ba ang nag-udyok sa inyo upang dumalo sa ating pagtitipon ngayong pong gabing ito? Ano po? Pakitype po sa chat box. Ayan, to further secure my financial future. Thank you, Sheena. What about the others? Okay, who else? Ayan, pakitype po. Ayan, ano? All right, no? Sige. Learn from an expert. Wow! Thank you very much, Mr. Jed Godoy. Ayan. Ano po? Sige. So, without further ado, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Bernard Fernandez. I'm the head of the Trainer to Sell program, the AXA Prime Blue program, and the Sales Management Team Development here at AXA Philippines. I also am the founder of the Be Future Ready Insurance and Investment Philippines Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channels. And I'm also an AXA certified health specialist, investment specialist, and a financial literacy advocate. As a financial literacy advocate, quick intro lang, no? I help my clients, my family, and friends, my relatives plan for their financial future, help them reach their financial goals and dreams, and help them prepare for any financial emergencies like sickness, accident, disability, and death. Ano po? Dahil in life, di ba, hindi po natin alam ang mangyayari sa buhay. That's why life, there is an if in the middle. Okay? Either we live too long with disability or we expire too early. In fact, in front of you, I'd like to introduce the life wheel. Life wheel po, ayan po, no? In our lives, we live at an average of 80 years old. Ayan, ano po? And then we can divide that into 4 chapters. No? First chapter of our lives is our 0 to 20 years old, wherein we study and play. Wala po tayong ginagawa. We just be happy, be merry. Ano po? Second chapter of our lives is our 20 to 40 years old. Dito na po, tayo po ay nagtatrabaho, tayo po ay bumibili ng kotse, ng bahay, nagsisimula po ng pamilya. Ano po? And then we also have the third chapter of our lives, 40 to 60 years old. Dito perhaps tayo ay nagtatayo na ng negosyo, bumibili na ng retirement home, bagong bahay, bagong kotse. And this is also the very crucial chapter of our lives, my dear friends. Bakit kanyo? Because in this chapter, we are also preparing our children for their college education, number 1. Number 2, we are also helping our aging parents who are retired. And then number 3, we are also preparing for our own retirement because last chapter of our lives, 60 to 80, tayo po ay retired na. Ano po? Ito po ay yung mga panahon na tayo lang po ay nag-happy-happy, nagta-travel, ginagawa na ang lahat ng gusto nating magawa na hindi natin nagawa noong nakaraan. Pero ang tanong, meron po ba tayong wealth or money to do what we want to have? Because if you would notice in this life wheel, 20 to 60 years, yan daw po yung panahon na tayo ay productive lang. Dito po tayo ay may income. Pero yung 0 to 20 at 60 to 80, dahil tayo ay retired na, wala pa daw po tayong income. So it's very crucial yung 20 to 60 years old. I myself is 35 years old. Now I have 25 years to make sure that I plan for my retirement. I make sure that I am able to provide or send my kid to a good school and also help my aging parents. Ayan po, no? Yan po ang ating life wheel. The problem there, my dear friends, is tayo po ba? What if something happens to us, like if we get sick and disabled? Are we able to provide the needs of our family? What if we do not reach the age of 60? What do you think will happen to our family, to our dependents? Lalo na kung tayo ay head of the family or breadwinner, may mga umaasa po sa atin. Ano po? And kung tayo naman daw po ay may mga anak, ang goal natin is to put our kids into a good school. So the question now is, can you secure your child's education? And then if hindi ka nagkasakit, hindi ka nag-pass away, what if you live too long? Are you able to sustain your lifestyle through old age? Do you have the wealth to sustain your lifestyle? Yun po ang mga katanungan na tinatanong natin sa ating mga clients, family, friends, and relatives. So the question now, Bernard, is, yes, I understand this. That's why I want to build my wealth. But did you know, my dear friends, the 3 currencies in building wealth? Sabi po nila, ang mga 3 currencies daw po in building wealth are, number 1, money. Okay? Number 2, knowledge. And number 3 is time. So may mga tao po na walang money, pero may knowledge and time. So you need to use your knowledge and your time in order to gain money and build wealth. Ayan daw po. Now, may mga pagkakataon naman na wala kang money, wala kang knowledge, pero meron kang money, meron kang time. So you can use those two in order to gain knowledge and build wealth. And there are instances wherein you want to build wealth, but you do not have the time, but you have the money and the knowledge to do so. Therefore, you can use your money and knowledge to build wealth. Yan po ang 3 currencies in building wealth. And speaking of 3 currencies, we also have 3 stages of wealth planning. Yan po. Now that you know the life wheel, you know the 3 currencies, 3 stages naman daw po of how to build wealth. So, ang stage number 1 po is wealth creation. And then stage number 2 is wealth protection. And lastly, wealth conservation. Ayan daw po, no? So, basically, ang sinasabi po natin, tonight po, ang focus natin is estate planning. Bakit po estate planning? Because where it used to be you at work to create wealth, it is now your wealth at work to create more wealth. Ayan. It is just but normal, but what makes this wrong is when wealth conservation becomes the be-all and end-all of all planning. So much so that one is willing to enter into all kinds of scheme, may it be proper or improper, just to satisfy this end, not realizing the impact this would have on the family. What am I talking about? Estate planning po, mga kapatid. Ayan, okay? So yan, ang topic natin for tonight, my dear friends, is estate planning. Ano daw po ba estate planning? Estate planning involves determining how an individual's asset will be preserved, managed, and distributed after death. It also takes into account the management of an individual's properties and financial obligations in the event that they become incapacitated. Do you agree on that? Sige nga, paki-type sa chat box number 1 if you agree. Ayan, thank you. Ayan, thank you very much, my dear friends. Meron po tayong kaibigan, ang sabi po niya, si Benjamin Franklin, nothing in this world is certain except for death and taxes. Agree, di ba? Totoo naman, tayo po ay mamamatay at tayo po ay magbabayad ng tax. Lalo na po sa Pilipinas, di ba? Ang tax po natin ay mataas po. In fact, yan, we will talk about that. The estate tax here in the Philippines. So, ano ba ang estate tax here in the Philippines? Kasi iba-ibang estate taxes depende sa country. Ano po? So, here in the Philippines, yan daw po ang definition na estate tax. Estate tax is a kind of tax that where you pay for the opportunity or the process of transferring cash or physical properties. So ita-transfer po yung cash or physical properties. Sabi po ng BIR, no? It is described as the tax on the properties of a deceased person, and then the tax is to be paid by the beneficiaries of the deceased. Ayan. So basically, sinasabi po dito, estate tax in the Philippines is a tax on the right of the deceased person to transfer their estate to their lawful heirs or beneficiaries at the time of death. Ayan. So the estate tax is levied on the net estate po. Okay? So paano ba kino-compute ang net estate? Ang net estate, it's a gross estate less allowable deductions. Okay? And also, if the tax is unpaid, the property, the cash, the asset, it will never be transferred to the legal heirs or beneficiaries. Yan po ang estate tax here in the Philippines. What else? In the Philippines, meron po tayong tinatawag na train law. Okay? Republic Act 10963 enacted 2018. Ano po? Ang sinasabi dito, lahat daw po ng estate tax, thank you very much, ay flat rate na po. 6%. Okay? Kasi before, ang estate tax po prior to the train law, Republic Act 8424. Okay, yung Tax Reform Act of 1997, nag-average daw po ng 5 to 20% ang estate tax. Depende sa net estate na ita-transfer. Ayan. What else? The flat rate applies to a net estate over 200,000. Yeah, so you would pay estate tax of 6% if the transfer that you the asset or the properties that you will transfer is more than 200,000. That means if the net value of the estate is less than or equal to 200,000 pesos, no estate tax will be levied or imposed, okay, upon the transfer. Ayan po, di ba? So, ang tanong, Bernard, what objects fall under the Philippine estate tax? So, ayan po. So, we have different objects that fall under the Philippine estate tax. If may real estate po ang isang decedent, kailangan daw po itong bayaran ng estate tax ng mga heirs and beneficiaries. So, ano ba yung mga real estate? Ito yung mga lands, houses, condominiums, and any other type of real property located in the Philippines. Cash and bank deposits. So, cash, savings, checking, time deposits. Ito naman, Philippine and foreign currencies are included. Stocks in any corporation, both Philippine and foreign, are also subject to estate tax. Personal property. This may include vehicles, jewelry, furniture, artworks, antiques, and other valuable personal items. Retirement benefits received from the government or private institutions are also part of the gross estate. Life insurance policies. The proceeds of life insurance policies are also subject to estate tax, depending on who the beneficiaries are and who paid the premiums. Business interests. So ownership, businesses, partnerships, or corporations are included in the estate tax for tax purposes. And lastly, we have other financial investments. So this could include bonds, mutual funds, foreign investment, etc. Yan po, my dear friends, ang mga objects that fall under the Philippine estate tax. And there are also certain assets and properties that are exempted po from estate tax. If you are to transfer those properties and assets, exempted daw po sa estate tax. So ano po yung mga yon? So example, family home. Okay? If the family home is included in the total estate and it's less than 10 million pesos, exempted daw po yon sa estate tax. Medical expenses. So medical expenses incurred within 1 year prior to the decedent's death are deductible from the gross estate. So kapag may mga gamot daw po yung ating decedent, yung magpapasa o yung may-ari ng asset and property 1 year prior to his or her death, and if it's less than or equal to 500,000, exempted daw po yun. 500,000 pesos are exempted daw po yun. Funeral expenses. So this can be deducted from the total gross estate up to 200,000 pesos. And then we also have accidental insurance benefits. It's not included in the gross estate, exempted po yan. What else? Amounts received by the heirs under Republic Act number 4917. Ano daw po yun? RA number 4917, this is an act providing that retirement benefits of employees of private firms are not subject to attachment, levy, execution, or any tax whatsoever. So kapag kami na-receive daw po na retirement benefit ng isang decedent at tinransfer po ito sa kanyang heir or beneficiaries, hindi daw po ito taxable. Okay? So as you can see, meron din naman pong mga exempted sa ating tax pagka tayo po ay magta-transfer ng asset and properties. However, expensive jewelry, no? Yung mga ganyan is part of an estate, no? Like wristwatches, rings, yan. Yung mga malalaking amount, yan po yan, ay kasama po yan sa mga itatax po. Ayan. Okay? So all good pa ho ba tayo? Yan, sige. Okay. So the question now is, you know the life will, you know na the recurrence is to build wealth, the 3 stages of building wealth. You know now estate tax, what properties are exempted and what properties fall under estate tax. So lahat naman po tayo may mga ari-arian. Ano po? And sooner or later, sabi nga ni Benjamin Franklin, we will pass away and then we will pay taxes. So dun po tayo sa passing away. Paano naman po natin make sure na lahat ng ating pinaghirapan matatransfer properly, seamlessly, without worry? Ano po? That's why we have, ayan po, insurance. Insurance is a key to a comprehensive legacy plan. So I have a question. Sige po, let's do a question and answer portion. Ano po? Following the train law, if Mr. De La Cruz passes away and his total net estate is 10 million pesos, how much estate tax would his heirs would need to pay for? Ayan. Sige nga po, pakitype. 10 million ang total net estate ni Mr. De La Cruz. Magkano po ang babayarang estate tax ng kanyang mga benepisyaryo o ng tagapagmana upang malipat ang kanyang mga assets or properties? Ayan, tingnan po natin ang chat box. Ayan. Alright, 600,000 pesos daw po in the example. So, the question now is, what if the family of Mr. De La Cruz does not have that amount to pay for the transfer? Or kung meron mang pera ang family ni Mr. De La Cruz, would they want to pay estate tax para lang malipat yung kanilang properties? Okay? So that's a question that we can ask, no? The family of Mr. De La Cruz. Pero a scenario is, yan, ano? Kapag ang decedent daw ay nag-pass away, estate tax of 6% of the total estate is due and demandable. Meaning kapag ako namatay, para makuha ng aking mag-ina ang mga assets and properties ko, they have to pay 6% of the total net asset if it's more than 200,000 pesos. Ibig sabihin, ang aking mga tagapagmana, ang aking mga dependents, beneficiaries, maglalabas ng pera. Maganda sana kung merong papasok na pera. Ano po? So paano po yon? Life insurance benefit. It's due and demandable upon death of the decedent. Meaning to say, meron silang perang makukuha if sila ay may life insurance. However, my dear friends, age and health are factors in getting a life insurance. Okay? So kung kayo po ay nasa magandang kalusugan, kayo po ay medyo bata-bata pa po, kumuha na po kayo ng insurance dahil ito po ay mura, dahil labang bata tayo. Kasi po, ang insurance naman po ay kinukuha, no? Is something you get when you don't need it. Hindi yung kung kailan mo kailangan at kung kailan hindi ka na pwede, tsaka ka kukuha. Okay? So, another thing, why pay for the principal amount of the estate tax when you can only pay for the premiums? Di ba? Maliit lang ang babayaran mo, then you get to pay the whole estate tax amount that is due and demandable upon the death of the decedent. What else? Kapag ka namatay daw ang isang decedent, ang isang may-ari ng asset and properties, ang kanya daw pera sa bangko, frozen. Di ba? Hindi mo yan makukuha kahit ikaw ang asawa, kahit ikaw ang anak. Frozen yan until you pay the estate tax. So the question is, saan ka kukuha ng pera to pay for that? Kung ang pera ay naka-freeze. Ayan. However, if a decedent has a life insurance, money is released upon his or her death so that the family would get to withdraw all of his money in the bank. Ayan. Okay? However, my dear friends, estate planning is not only about dying or planning to die, okay? More importantly, estate planning is managing your wealth right now. Okay, we want you to enjoy your blessing during your lifetime until you are well prepared to pass it on. Ayan. So, again, life insurance, it's like estate tax. It is triggered by death and it is due and demandable. So, yan. So, the question now is, Bernard, why do I need to plan for my estate today? Ayan. So, you work hard to secure your family's future, my dear friends, and you ensure that their needs are met. You've built a solid foundation that you aim to share with generations to come. It's time to prepare what lies ahead. Ayan. So paano yon, ano? My dear friends, I have here in front of you a picture. Okay, a picture of a family. Can you type in the chat box? Ano pong nakikita ninyong nandito sa picture? What emotions? Ano sa tingin nyo nangyayari? Anong pinag-uusapan nila? Ayan, gulo. Ayan, they're fighting. Thank you. Away-away, di ba? Ayan. So, conflict. Ayan, thank you. So, yan po ang pwedeng mangyari sa pamilya po natin kung tayo po ay hindi magpe-prepare in advance. Sabi nga po nila, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So, we want to make sure that you plan your estate today. Bakit kanyo? It will ensure that your estate is transferred according to your wishes. Walang away-away, walang gulo. Pwede mong sabihin na ako, pag nag-pass away, this property 1 will go to child number 1. This property 2 will go to child number 2, so on and so forth. Diba? You are able to do that if you plan ahead. What else? It would make sure that your estate is intact by minimizing unnecessary liquidation of assets for tax settlement. Ibig sabihin, pag ang decedent po ay nag-pass away, dahil kailangan bayaran yung estate tax, yung iba po nagbebenta ng ari-arian. Yung mga ipinundar po ng decedent, naku po, nabebenta, minsan palugi, kasi kailangan eh. Dahil pag hindi mo binayaran ng estate tax within 1 year of the death of the decedent, penalties will incur. And there will come a time na kapag hindi mo binayaran, penalty, naiilit na po ng gobyerno. So we don't want that. Ano po? So we have to plan for our estate today. What else? Yung iba naman po ang ginagawa habang buhay, pinapasa na sa anak nila. Okay? Para daw hindi sila magbayad ng malaking estate tax upon their death. So, ang sinasabi namin as a financial advisor, do not lose ownership of your estate. Bakit kanyo? I'll tell you a story. We have a client, mag-asawa po sila, and this client had only one child, lalaki. Okay? Sabi nila, ayaw na namin magbayad ng estate tax and total siya rin naman ang magiging tagapagmana namin. Habang buhay kami, ita-transfer ko na. Okay? So, at least hindi na mamomblema, donor's tax na lang ang babayaran namin. Yeah. Pwede naman po yun. Ano po? Kaya lang the problem there is yung only child na lalaki nag-asawa. Ayan, nag-asawa. Bumuo ng pamilya. Eh dahil nakapangalan na kay anak, yung property no? Yung bahay ng mag-asawa. Nilipat na ang may mag-ari ng bagong mag-asawa. Accidents happen. Incidente po. Nag-pass away po, no? Nasugod sa hospital, dead to na ba? So, sa inong bahay, nung Yan, ano po? Am I back? Am I back?
Yes, Sir Bernard.
I'm back. Okay, one moment. Let me reshare my screen. Share now. Okay. Ayan. Okay. So again, the story is the son passed away and the ownership was transferred. The ownership of the house, the family home was transferred dun sa daughter-in-law. Okay. So kasama nung parents, yung mga may pangangailangan, bata pa naman, na in love. Ano po? Wait one moment. So now connected. Connected ako. Okay. Choppy. Okay. So, dahil choppy daw po ulit. One moment. What about now? Can you hear me?
Yes po, sir.
For internet. Yan. Oh. Ayan. At yung daughter-in-law ay bata, may pangangailangan, na in love po sa iba. So, ang awkward, di ba? Kasama nung matatanda, yung kanilang daughter-in-law at yung kanyang bagong asawa. Sabi nung bagong asawa, bakit nandyan sila sa bahay natin? Ang awkward. So, anong nangyari? Pinaalis yung mga matatanda sa kanilang sariling bahay na kanilang ipinundar. So again, as financial advisors, we tell our clients, do not lose of your estate while you are alive, but rather plan for its transfer, okay? Because we want to make sure that you guys have peace of mind knowing that your legacy will be secured for you and for your loved ones and you will not lose control of it. Ayan po. So, sige po. I hope I was able to share that story without without further delay. Ayan, sige. So the question is, what can we do? Bernard, I want to plan for my estate while I am alive, and I want to make sure that it is transferred according to my wishes. I want to make sure that it is intact by minimizing liquidation of assets, tax settlement, and I want to have peace of mind. Okay, Bernard. So what do you suggest? My dear friends, there are a lot of solutions, products out there in the market. We here in AXA, I'd like to highlight for this evening two products. We have Asset Master and My Life Choice. Okay? Asset Master, ayan po, no? It's we want to make sure that you live well your legacy. Ayan. Bakit kanyo? Because it's an investment and insurance in one. Ayan. You can invest using your peso or using your dollar. And sometimes there are instances if a client an applicant would apply for an asset master, no medical tests would be needed. Ano po? Subject to terms and condition. And ang kagandahan po dito, pwede ka po mag-apply ngayon hanggang age 75. And then we have 3 different tiers that you can choose from. No? Tier 1, one-time single investment, minimum of 100,000 pesos or 2,000 US dollars. And then if you do this, you invest this amount, you get a guaranteed loyalty bonus. However, there's a premium charge, meaning yung 100,000 pesos mo, may 5,000 pesos po na mapupunta sa premium charge and the rest mapupunta sa investment. Okay? Now, if you opt for tier 2, we have 1 million pesos, single pay minimum investment or 20,000 US dollars. Ang guaranteed loyalty bonus nito is 2% and the premium charge is 3.5% or 35,000 pesos goes to premium charge and the rest goes to the investment. Now, ang kagandahan po sa tier 3, minimum 5 million pesos or 100,000 US dollars. Ang loyalty bonus po nito is 3% and no premium charge is levied, meaning full amount is invested. Kasi we want you to grow your estate instantly. Because of the guaranteed death benefit feature of Asset Master, you can immediately grow your estate by 25% upon the claiming of the payout. Now, kung hindi mo naman i-claim, ano po? You may also continue to build your estate. Dahil ito ay may investment component, lumalago po ito. Ano po? And then you can invest locally or globally. Some of the popular funds that we have is the Philippine Wealth Equity Fund. Ito po yung mga top corporations listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange. Ngayon, kung ayaw mo naman po sa local market, pwede ka naman po mag-invest globally. So we have the Global Advantage Fund. Ito po yung nasa US. Tech companies po ito. And then we also have the Global Dynamic Allocation Fund. So ito rin po yan ay various markets across different classes na it is managed by the best fund managers across the world. Ano po? And then marami pa po tayong mga opportunity to invest na funds. Ano po? Meron po tayong tinatawag na peso denominated dollar fund. Using your peso, you can invest in dollar. So hindi mo na kailangan ipa-transfer or pa-foreign exchange ang iyong pera at pwede ka na mag-invest. And then we have this one. It's a new fund, no? Global REIT and Property Income Fund, no? Ayan, Real Estate Investment Trust. Ayan. And then we also have the Global Asset Income Paying Fund, and we also have the Global Dynamic Allocation Fund. So, we want to preserve your estate effectively. Without insurance po kasi, di ba, magbabayad po sila. Unlike sa insurance, ibibigay na yung pera, meron na silang pambayad, and then meron pa po itong feature na non-taxable po ito. Depende po kung sino ang nagbayad. Ano po? And then this will also ultimately help you transfer your estate seamlessly. Kasi may mga options po naman tayo, no? Ngayon pa lang habang buhay ibenta. However, pag nagbenta po tayo ng asset natin or ng properties natin, it would be subject to 6%. Kung real property po ito, subject to 6% capital gains tax, 1.5% documentary stamps tax. Ano po? At kung i-donate naman po natin ito, ganun din naman po yun. 6%, 1.5% DST. At tapos, ang ginagawa ng iba, dahil alam nila, nagbabayad sila ng capital gains tax or donor's tax, binababaan po ang value, no, ng property para makatipid. Mali po yun. Ano po? That's tax evasion considered. And then at the same time, kapag ka nakita po ng BIR na binabaan mo yung value, they can say that the sale is invalid. So yun, pwede nilang i-invalidate ang sale. However, kapag ka ikaw naman daw po ay kumuha ng Asset Master, you now have 6% to pay for your estate and transfer your estate seamlessly. So, sige, let's give an example. So, let's say for example, in our example kanina, no, yung client, 10 million ang net estate tax niya, 600,000 ang estate tax na dapat bayaran. Ayan po. So if a client would invest a single premium of 500,000 pesos, meron na po siyang 625,000 sum insured. If something happens to him, no, mag-pass away po siya, insurance would be given to his heirs or beneficiaries to pay for the estate tax. However, may ano nga ito, may investment component po ito na lumalago. Biruin mo, after 5 years, if the market performs at 8%, yung 500,000 would become 697. If the market performs at 8%, yung 500,000 after 10 years would be 1,025,000. After 15 years, 1.5, so on and so forth. Okay? So yan naman po ang ating ino-offer, no? Solution for estate tax. Kaya lang merong mga clients sa Bernard, I cannot pay one time single pay. I don't have that minimum amount of 100,000. Yes, we understand that. That's why we have My Life Choice, okay? My Life Choice is an all-around insurance plan for life, accident, and critical illness with investment opportunity. With My Life Choice, it's customizable life insurance coverage. You can change, no, yung insurance coverage mo from 7 times of the annual premium up to the 30 times, no, basic annual premium para meron makuha ang iyong mga beneficiary to pay for your estate tax so that they can transfer your asset and property seamlessly and without problem. Ang kagandahan pa po dito sa My Life Choice, meron tayong built-in riders, meaning wala pong additional premium na kailangang bayaran. Ito po ay binibigay natin ng libre accident disability coverage and waiver of premium, no, in the event that the client becomes total and permanently disabled. Ano po? Hindi na po kailangan bayaran yung premium at meron pa po coverage when it comes to accident. And then pwede rin po tayo mag-add ng critical illness protection so that in the event that we are stricken with a critical illness like cancer, heart attack, stroke, meron po tayong magagamit para tayo po ay makapagpagamot, and after po tayo makapagpagamot, gumaling na po tayo, may maintenance na po tayo, meron din tayong pera pambayad for that. Hindi na po natin gagalawin ang yung mga naipon. All these years na tayo ay nag-i-invest at nagsisave up. What else? My Life Choice will also help you invest your money locally or globally, similar to Asset Master earlier. Depending yan sa inyong investment portfolio or risk profile. Pwede ka rin mag-top up. As low as 1,000 pesos, magkakaroon kang additional investment opportunity. And ang kagandahan sa My Life Choice, it's a limited paying period, meaning pwede kang mag-pay na 7 years to pay, 10 years to pay, or even longer. Okay, yan po ang ating mga solution. So example, we have a client, 7 years to pay. Nagbabayad siya ng monthly premium of 2,500. In a year, annual premium niya 30,000 pesos. With this, ang sum insured niya is 750,000. And going back to the example earlier, the client that needs 600,000 to pay for the estate, ito po yun, di ba? 2,500 per month lang po. Pagka siya po ay nag-pass away, may 750 na po tayong ibibigay sa kanya mga beneficiaries. And dahil ito po ay may investment component, if the market performs at 8%, ang kanyang binayad na 2,500 per month, yung kanyang pera would earn up to 297,000, 10 years, no? If the market performs at 8%, 437 for 15 years, after 20 years, 643, so on and so forth. Ayan po. Kasi po, ang binibigay po natin dyan, if the client would pass away, if the insured would pass away, it's either the sum insured or the account value, whichever is higher. Ayan po. Maraming salamat po mga kapatid. So again, thank you very much First Metro Securities, Tara, for inviting me over and helping me share my knowledge when it comes to safeguarding your legacy, insurance strategies. I'm sure nabitin po kayo. Marami pa po akong gusto i-share about estate tax, legacy planning, and so on and so forth. Please reach out to my team members. No, I have people all over the Philippines. I have from NCR, I have from Vismin, from Luzon. So ayan po ang kanilang mga contact information, email address, ang kanilang mga QR code. Ayan. Maraming salamat po. And with that, I'd like to give the floor back to Tara.
Let me just, ayan, unmuted na din ako. Thank you, Sir Bernard. Actually, very extensive your presentation with all the examples as well, and very active participation from our participants. All right. Right now, I do not see any questions, but actually, very nice yung presentation. No? But before we move on to the last part of the session, which is the live Q&A, at this time, I'd like to take this opportunity as well to share a few investment tips and also a couple of things on behalf of First Metro Securities, and also give a short break to our speaker, no, as we take on the Q&A later. All right. Now, to learn more about the AXA and their products and also some of the things that were shared by Sir Bernard, you can actually check out their website. So it's very nice. You can look into other things na medyo hindi din kasali sa presentation. Now, to let me give you a tip no on the investment side or even the savings when you want to allocate your funds or even save for a specific purpose. For example, the annual premium. I do know a lot of people who are saving, I think monthly, no, para lang makabayad ng annual premium for their insurance. You do put that on a specific savings account or other things. But right now, let me introduce to you the money market funds. So think of them as a low-risk investments that offer much higher yields no, compared to a traditional savings account kung saan medyo faster yung ating pagsisave and also when we reach those financial goals faster. So money market funds, these are pooled funds that invest in short-term and also low-risk securities. No? So why low-risk securities? Usually components nito, these are time deposits that you get from the banks, treasury bills, and also other short-term bonds. No? So you get that return without the risk of losing many money, no? Because you avoid that volatility or medyo magalaw na movement from the stock market. All right? Now, This is also highly liquid, meaning you can withdraw your funds whenever you need them. Okay. So let me show with you the top 5 peso denominated money market funds as of September 20. This is, I think, 3 p.m. kanina, no? Manulife leads the top 5 with their money market fund, which is a return of 3.51%, followed by the two mutual funds from Metro Bank. We have 3.43% and 3.36%. So for the Manulife Money Market Fund, this fund has a zero holding period, meaning you can withdraw the funds anytime you need them. Okay? Now, as for the performance naman of these funds, no, let me show with you a money market from our sister company, FAMI. So this is a First Metro Save and Learn Money Market Fund. It's a mutual fund. So here is a NAV chart or chart for their performance, no, year to date. So it shows you at the growth year to date, demonstrating medyo stable talaga yung growth niya. Although it is gaining slowly, it is still trending upward. So as you can see here, the fund allocation for this money market includes the corporate bonds. The majority goes to the government securities and also time deposits. So if you're interested in investing this money market funds or for the funds that you need somewhere and then kailangan nyo ng parking facility, actually money market is one of the popular funds kung saan nilalagay nila yung money. Kung saan wala pa silang paglalagyan, it's a popular thing or an advantage for that. Okay. Now, if you're interested, you can check out the FundSmart, which is available through our trading platform, First Metro Securities. So it's a one-stop shop for mutual funds and also UITFs. So right now, we have over 131 funds from our partners, as you can see on your screen. Kaya medyo madami kaming funds available right now. Plus, there is no sales charge involved in the funds that are included in the FundSmart, meaning you can invest po without the sales load and also the transaction fees. So these costs naman po are not passed on to the investor but are also covered na po by the fund. Alright? Now, to give you a background, ano yung pwedeng gawin with First Metro Securities trading account. So aside from the stock market trading, as long as it is listed po sa ating Philippine Stock Exchange, you can also check out your portfolio using your tablet, whether you're using your laptop, PC, and also you can trade other investment vehicles. Okay, we have the REITs, we also have UETFs, we have bonds, we also have government and also corporate bonds, and of course, the mutual funds that I've showed you earlier. All right, now, short lang po on the account opening. So actually before medyo mahirap talaga to open an account, no? Because medyo traditional pa and also office to office and you have to be there physically. So right now with the comfort of your home, First Metro Securities, you can actually open your account using our website and also the First Metrosec Go mobile app. So for the app, you can actually download it sa ating Play Store or even sa ating Apple App Store. Alright? So for faster processing of your account opening application, please do use po the seminar code LEGACY para we know that you came from this webinar as well. Okay. Now, for those who are interested to know us more, First Metro Securities, feel free to connect with us with our main website that is showing on your screen. That's www.firstmetrosec.com.ph. And also sa ating social media channels. Actually, very active kami sa Facebook and Viber communities. And also for our recorded sessions, uploaded na po sa ating YouTube channel. And also recently, we've been very active din po sa ating Spotify podcast. So for those who want to learn more about market updates while also doing other stuff, you can hear those market updates through the Spotify and also short videos po sa ating TikTok. Okay? Now, lastly, before we approach naman din, we do want to show you that for those who want to have us as a speaker or even guest lecturer for your schools or even private companies, feel free po to invite us over, scan the QR code or take a screenshot para at least may reference po kayo. And send us a formal invite via market education at firstmetrosec.com.ph. Ayan. So recently we received these awards, no? So these we're very grateful actually together with all the employees under First Metro Securities for these recognitions as a broker and also to our trading platform. These awards are yours, our valued clients na rin. Ayan, so before we approach the end of our webinar, actually, I do not see any questions right now, no? Medyo nahihiya yung ating mga attendees. But we do have attendees na nag-raise ng hand, so feel free po to put it sa ating chat box and also sa Q&A na lang po muna para we can address those questions. For right now, let's have a live Q&A naman po with Sir Bernard, our speaker. You can ask questions about his presentation or some features of the products that he shared, no? So simply write them down sa ating designated Q&A section and we'll try to get through as many as we can. So for those na hindi po namin makater because of the limitations of time, we'll try to answer them offline. Yan. Sir Bernard, we do have one question. So from Rafael from the chat box, is a holdings corporation allowed po ba as beneficiary of a life insurance policy? If so, what are the implications po?
All right, so thank you very much for that wonderful question, Rafael Jared, para Miss Universe. Ano po? So a holding corporation can be a beneficiary so long as at the time of application, insurable interest is present between the beneficiary and the insured. Ano po? Another example is what if foundation? Pwede ba maging beneficiary yun? Pwede rin po. Basta may insurable interest po between the beneficiary and the insured, papayagan po ito ng insurance company. Okay? Insurable interest at the time of application, yan po ang keyword po natin. Now, another question, if I'm not mistaken, is ito daw po. What if the land was acquired through the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program or CARP? Will the heirs be subject to estate tax, okay, upon inheriting it? So I'm not familiar with CARP. I would have to check on it. But if the total estate, or if this is considered as a family home and it's less than 10 million pesos, then it can be exempted from the estate tax. However, if it's not a family home and it's based on dahil dinonate po ito, binigay ng CARP sa ating sa kanilang mga beneficiaries, baka meron yung mga terms and conditions. Ano po? Na if ever they will transfer it to their beneficiary. So I'm just not really familiar at this point in time. Ayan, agrarian purposes. Ayan, thank you. Thank you, Riz. Ayan, no? So Riz from Iloilo. Ayan, no? Kasamahan din po natin yan sa AXA Philippines. Ayan. Okay.
Another 3 questions po from the Q&A section. This one. One of the popular questions usually with the insurance no webinars. From anonymous attendee, is this VUL type of insurance? If not, ano pa ba ang pagkakaiba, sir?
Sorry, VUL type of insurance. The solutions I provided, you mean by that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the solutions I provided earlier, those are variable unit-linked products, meaning it has insurance and investment components in them. Okay, but if you want to have a traditional type of plan, we also have that one. AXA Philippines Cater is a financial one-stop shop. We have all the financial services or insurance solutions that you would need, may it be traditional or variable or non-life. So feel free to reach out to us. Send us a message. Or earlier, I sent I showed the contact numbers of my team. You can reach out to them. Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Bernard. Another one from Sheena. I would like to ask for your advice, Mr. Bernard, based on your presentation. It's challenging to have properties consider high amounts of estate taxes needed to be paid, such as if a house is over 10 million. What is your advice to adult children and their elderly parents with properties?
Okay. Thank you for the train law. Dahil ang train law may made sure na ang estate tax is a flat rate of 6%. Prior to the train law, it averages 5 to 20%. So mas malaki pa dati depending on the total net estate. Because of the train law, flat rate yan. So the question now is, what is your advice para ma-transfer? So number one, for the elderly parents na nagmamay-ari ng property, do not lose control of your estate. Instead, plan for it. Okay, and then how do you plan for it? Contact or reach out to the financial advisors I showed earlier. They can give you solutions that would be what do you call this? catered to you, personalized for you, di ba? At whenever you are available, just reach out to them. We will be able to assist you, and it would also be dependent on your lifestyle, your income. So magkakaroon tayo ng financial needs analysis. So because of the time constraints, hindi natin maibibigay yan. Mind you, take note that ang products that we will offer to you are iba-iba po yan. Depende po yan sa tao, no po, sa life stage, sa income, sa personality. Marami po tayong factors na tinitingnan. So yun po.
I think we do have last two questions. One, sir, is when you say insurance is taxable, depending on who paid the premium, who should be paying so it will not be taxable?
All right. So may mga terms and conditions yan, may mga pros and cons yan, depende rin po yan sa mga insurance companies. But with AXA, if the beneficiaries were considered irrevocable, yan po ay tax exempt. Ano po, pagka ito po ay revocable, then this is subject to estate tax. So reach out to your financial advisor so that they can give you the perfect advice for this.
Another one, sir, I think this is the last one. From Elizabeth, I am a retiree and receiving my government pension. I'm interested on the My Life choice. What are the usual requirements, sir?
So the requirements in applying for an insurance policy are the basic, no? Yung valid ID, documents about the client's information, the medical history of the client. Thank you very much for that question. And what else? Kailangan mo na magkaroon ng financial needs analysis with the financial advisor. Kasi yes, you're interested with My Life Choice. The question there is My Life Choice really for you? Di ba? Or is it what you really need? So, kailangan ng sit down yan so that a financial advisor would be able to determine what exactly you would need, di ba? And cater to your needs and provide you personalized solutions. Yan.
I think that's the last question, Sir Bernard, no? And also timing din for the time. I think we spit it on the spot naman din, sir. That sums up actually our webinar, no? Thank you also to our attendees and very much to our speaker. We have Sir Bernard right now for spending his time with us. And also little favor lang to our attendees and also for the presentation. No? We also value your feedback. We'd like to have you scan the QR code right now, and also you can share your thoughts and experiences with us by scanning the QR code and also answering our feedback form right now. So your input is very essential in helping us improve our services and better meet your needs. So we appreciate your contribution. Actually, nakikita namin yung mga comments and also your suggestions. We're trying to put those valuable changes naman din sa ating on-site and also webinar session. So while you are answering the feedback survey, may we request na lang siguro muna some parting words from our guest speaker. May we have Sir Bernard?
So once again, thank you very much, Tara, First Metro Securities, Andoy Beltran, and all the participants who joined us tonight for this wonderful session. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I'd like to impart my knowledge to our participants pa. And basically, as a parting word is, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. This is particularly true for estate planning. Yan. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good night. God bless. Take care.
Thank you, Sir Bernard. Once again, on behalf of First Metro Securities Brokerage Corporation, I would like to express my deepest gratitude again to AXA Philippines. Usually, very rare that we do have sessions with them, so it's a good opportunity for this one. And also, Sir Bernard, for having their time with us and also presence. No, so for this evening, we do receive some love comments from our attendees as well. No, thank you everyone who attended tonight. We sincerely hope that you learn a lot from our speaker and also these insights and lessons from the presentations will make your journey not just more secured and profitable, but also more enjoyable. We hope to see you again in our future learning sessions and learning events, hopefully on-site sessions with you guys, because over here at First Metro Securities, we put your future first. Have a great evening, everyone, and keep safe, and also happy dinner for those na hindi pa nagdi-dinner right now. All right, signing off. This has been Tara, your host. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sir Bernard.